Hello and welcome to today's yoga and stretch workout outside here. And this will be nice and energizing after, and it'll just be nice and chill and relaxing. We've got some flexibility as well. So, starting on our knees, and we're just reaching to the sides, stretching our obliques. And also stretching the quads as well. And we'll switch to the other side, stretching to the other side now. So we're going to move into child's pose now. And I like to do a wide-legged child's pose also. And it'll be silent for the first half of the video. It's just too loud outside. But then the second half, we'll have some background nature sounds. And now here is puppy pose. So the butt is in the air. And now, moving into a plank and upward dog. We'll stretch the back, shoulders, and everything. So bring one leg over to opposite side and switching. So this gets a nice extra little stretch for the obliques and abs. Just feels nice and good, flowy. And upward dog again. You can also cross your legs like I'm doing and move into child's pose type thing. Upward dog and child's pose. It's kind of like an upward dog, but like mermaid style. Yes. And now regular upward dog. Plank and bringing the glutes back. Downward dog. Bringing your heels down. And pedaling the feet as well, bending the knees. We'll get situated on the mat here. And then we'll just switch to a plank. And you can also shift your hips kind of too and just move around how you like, and to downward dog. And we'll just do that a few times. So we're switching plank, downward dog. Nice stretch for the hamstrings. And now coming to our knees, bringing one leg up and the other leg. You can bend it too. We're going to bend the knee, stretching the glutes, get warmed up for 2 and 3, 4, 5, and then 7, 8, and then we'll grab the foot with the opposite hand. By the way, I'm wearing a bikini, so don't think you're seeing something else there. Bikini and shorts. So we are trying to extend and stretch the quads, and then reaching, and then we'll switch sides again. So 8, just kind of like bend type things. So we're sort of working the hamstrings, sort of working the glutes, but we're just warming up here. It's such a nice hot day out. It was just perfect to film this outside. So reaching with that opposite hand again, grabbing the foot. And you can try to extend as much as you can. And we'll bring it down to child's pose. And then we're going to kind of do a little movement like this. So we're kind of bringing it to one side, like in a circular motion type thing, like kind of like Kundalini type yoga. Just switching. But this is all just like intuitive. This is just what I'm feeling. Like I don't really follow any particular plan. We just kind of follow your body and follow what it needs for today. And that's what we kind of like to do here on this channel. So, yes. So shifting to the other side now. Circle and child's pose. And if this doesn't feel good for your back, then you don't have to do that. Or you can do it more shallow type. But now we're just going to fix my yoga mat, move into this thing. So extend your left leg as if you're mirroring me, I guess, and bend to the other knee. And this is a very nice stretch. So you stretch to this straight leg here to this side. So you're stretching the obliques, but also you'll feel it in your inner thighs too, in your thighs. Yes, very good. And you can experiment. You can flex your foot or you can keep it straight like this, straight, pointed towards me. So whichever you'd like. I'm just kind of doing both. And then we're going to reach back to that foot. Yes, back to the foot. And then reach around to the front and to the side here. Sweeping to the back and to the front. And it just feels so good. I love this one. I think we also do this in my heart opening yoga from the other month. And you can also like stretch your shoulders too, and your chest and all that. So grabbing that leg. And if you can't go that far, you can also grab your calf or thigh. And now we're just going to stretch that leg here. So stretching the left leg if you're following me, mirroring me. Then we're just flexing and pointing the foot. And then we can just hold that foot with both our hands or with one hand. Get a good hamstring stretch on this left side here. And bring it back. And we'll switch sides. So now we're going to extend the right foot. Or the opposite foot, whatever one you're doing. So we're just going to do these little foot stretches first. Yes. and then we'll move into that flowy movement. So we're stretching the foot. Just working opposite. Now we're going to extend that leg. So it would be the right foot if you are listening to me. You know, it's kind of confusing the way I'm switching here, but so we're going to extend the leg and stretch to that side. And reaching back for the foot. And sweeping to that side. You could also hold on to or put your hand on the ground as well. Switching backwards. You can look to the sky, look to the ceiling. And don't forget to breathe as well. So reaching back. Grabbing that foot and sweeping to the side. You can stretch your shoulders too. And we'll go into a puppy pose and then on your knees. Clasping the hands behind the back. Getting a chest stretch. Reaching the arms overhead. It's going to a plank and a downward dog. Opening the feet this time for a wide-legged down dog. Shifting to each side here. Now bring the right leg up. Do some pulses here. Doing 10 pulses in downward dog. And holding it. And now we'll do some hip circles for 2 and 3 and 4, 5. So sweeping that knee to the outside, feeling it in your hips. And 8. And extending the foot. And we'll do this thing for hips too. So your leg is straight. And we're going to do this 8 times as well. So you'll feel it in your outer thigh and even your inner thighs as well. And you can also keep your knee bent too. I'm showing you different things here. And now we'll just bring it into a runner's lunge. So the right foot is forward now. Left arm is down. And you can open your hips with the right hand. And shifting forward and back as I'm doing here. I also like to do this, very nice as well. If you do a lot of cardio or running, very good. And so you can go down to your elbows too, or you can keep it up, whatever you like. And I'm just kind of shifting side to side once again. I don't really like to stay still, so I always like to move, even if I'm doing yoga or stretching. Bending the opposite knee now and reaching with that right hand to the left foot now. And you can also do this on your hands too. You don't have to go as low. Gets a good quad stretch. Yes. Extending that foot down. And bringing the toes up for a hamstring stretch. And back into downward dog. And we will switch sides now. So we'll do 10 pulses on the left leg now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then now we're going to do the hip circles for 8. And we're going to get good stretch there. Oh, reaching to the outside. Opening the hips as much as you can. And we'll do that straight leg thing now. So out to the side. Or you can also do it like this, kind of like a fire hydrant kick. Or keep it straight if you're feeling the challenge. Bringing the foot front to the low lunge on the left side now. Shifting backwards and forwards. It just feels so nice, especially like first thing in the morning, or if you're doing this at night, it's also good as well. Going down to your forearms now, if you like. And you can also shift side to side. Open your hips. Bending the right knee now and reaching for the foot. Now reaching the arm up and bringing it down, flexing the left foot now, bringing it back into downward dog. Bend the knees if you'd like to. Hop onto your tippy toes. Bring the right leg forward into a high lunge. You can do some pulsing. You could do some lunges whenever you're feeling. And now we'll do a low lunge here. Or yeah. And we're just bending the knee, flexing. You can keep your hands wherever you'd like. You can have them up like I do, or on your thighs. Bringing it down, flexing the foot again. Now, we're going to go into splits, but if you don't want to, you can just stretch the hamstring. So I'm doing the splits here. So the right leg is forward. Shift side to side. And you can bring one arm over and switching if you can. You can go all the way down if you can. I can't really do it with that good alignment, so I just do it for a couple seconds. And now into that lunge again. Bringing that foot forward. Oh, we're just stretching the toes here. Forward fold. And switching sides now. So a lunge, low lunge on the left side into a high lunge. And you can do some pulses. This is just whatever you'd like now. And then you can bring your hands to the thighs again. Down to the ground. And hamstring stretch. Or move into that splits on the left side here. You can hold that for a few breaths. You can shift side to side. And you can do a side body stretch here once again. And switching. And again, you can bring it down to the ground if you can. And then we'll just bring it up and into the hamstring stretch once again when you're done. Stretching the foot too if you'd like. And we'll get into a lunge. Bring that foot forward and we'll go into a forward fold again. This time we'll hold it a little bit longer. You can move your feet too, walk out your feet if you'd like. Open your feet into a yogic squat. But I'm not really doing it here. But you can just come up on your toes as well. You can do a yogic squat, or you can do this. If it doesn't hurt your knees, then you can do this and stretch the shoulders. But we're also opening the thighs too. And then forward fold. And now a wide-legged forward fold here. And we'll just do some side lunges with our hands on the ground. Some pulses. A couple of pulses. And then we will go into my favorite, Skandasana, or the very low, deep lunge here. You can reach the other arm and stretch that side. And we'll go and we'll switch to the other side. So lunge to the opposite side. Reaching with the left arm overhead. So then we'll come up into a forward fold again. And then we'll come into sitting now. And now we have this pretzel position here. We've got one leg bent and then one leg bent the other way here. And you can grab that foot that's behind and stretch the quad again. And you're getting a glute stretch too on that other leg. And just lifting and twisting, or you can just hold this stretch. And we'll switch pretzel on the other side. Counter stretch here. And then we'll grab that foot again for a quad stretch. And then bringing it down and then up again. And then holding it and back down. So now we're just going to extend both legs here as much as you can. And we'll reach for one foot now. Stretching the inner thighs and hamstrings and the foot too. We'll hold that for a few breaths. And coming up and switching sides. Holding onto that other foot now. We're flexing the foot. And stretching, holding the stretch. And then after this we'll come up and into a sort of cross-legged position, but we're going to grab one foot. And we'll stretch this one foot here. And so we're just extending the leg. You can also have your leg bent too, and sitting up straight as you can. And we're just clasping the hands, holding the foot. And you can also extend your bottom foot or keep it bent as I'm doing. And we'll hold this for a few breaths. And so it's a good hamstring stretch, but you're sitting and relaxing, so it's quite nice. We're also going to just bend, stretching the glute and straighten the foot. Bending it and lengthening. Just for some more movement here. And then we're going to reach back with the opposite hand. You can also keep that hand on the ground. And so it's kind of like a T, but we're holding that foot and we're twisting, getting some more muscles, stretching different muscles here. And then we'll switch sides. So we're holding that left foot now. Bending the right knee and holding that left foot. And sitting up straight, or you can round your back and then roll your shoulders back and lengthen the spine. And we'll hold this for a little bit. And then we'll bend and straighten the knee. So this way so when you're stretching, it's more hamstring. When you're bending, it's more of a glute stretch. And we're going to reach back with that opposite hand. And we're just going to go into butterfly pose, bringing the feet together, stretching the inner thighs. And then we will move down to the mat here. And bring one knee in again. But now we're laying on the mat. And now we're going to extend that foot again, except now we're laying down. So extending the foot as much as you can. You can also bend the knee once again and bring it to the opposite side. So the right knee is over to the left side. And if you look over to your right side, then you'll get a little bit more of a stretch. It'll be more of a challenge. Twists are so good for digestion and everything too. So yeah, we'll just switch sides. Bring the left knee into the chest and then holding on to your left foot. Bending the knee, bringing it to the opposite side. Twisting to the other side. And you can also get a shoulder stretch like this, sweeping the arm around. Looking towards that hand. Bringing it back. And then we're going to do the happy baby pose. So we grab both of the feet. And you can extend it if you're flexible, feeling flexible. Or you can keep the knees bent too. I'm going to do both. So we'll start with the bent knees. And grab the ankles outside of the feet. Extending the legs. And this is so good for the arms too. Like it's obviously a good leg stretch, but your arms are extended and it just feels super nice too for the upper body. We'll hold this for a little bit longer here. Bring the knees in. We can switch feet too. Get another shoulder stretch here. Looks like an X, and then switching the arms. Looks kind of neat. Extend the feet. Left ankle over the right thigh for a glute stretch. And switching right foot over the left thigh. Just stretching the shoulders. But yeah, we're almost done. So I hope you enjoyed this little stretch class. And be sure to like and subscribe too. Check out my exclusive content down below in the description. And my other channel is my tarot channel. You can check that one out too. And if you're feeling it, you can extend the feet back into this plow pose, but your feet are on the ground. If you can't do that, you can just go into Shavasana. You can bend the knees or extend. This is just a little bonus. And you can clasp the hands as well. Just feels so good and energizing too. And if you do this in a bikini, when the sun is all warm in the afternoon. Ooh, it's so good for your body. You get that vitamin D and all that. We'll just flip around here and yep, we're done. So like, subscribe, see you next time.